Alright, so, I'm doing a 100 days video. Yeah, you never thought I'd do this, did you? Well, I probably thought about doing this a year ago, but it's like, I wanted to do other shit, But now, I guess, since, this is the main thing I want to do now, and yeah, I got PS5 how many months ago? I think 10 months ago. Thought, I'm gonna do 100 days PS5. I don't know how many other people have done this. If other people have done this, please go check them out. But yeah, it's time to just go in and start on day one. So here we are, day number one. I punched some wood. I think most of us probably would. From the tree though, not the other type. After that I crafted the basic necessities, such of course a crafting table, and used that, wood and, sticks which I crafted to create a wooden pickaxe. And yeah, just decided to mine for stone because we all need stone in Minecraft, And at this point I feel like it's now a good time to note down what day I'm on, because there's no real day counter in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft, only on Java. And since PS5 is technically Bedrock, yeah, I have to kind of note this down. Though luckily I'm able to edit it for you on screen so you can actually see the day, so it'll be good for you. But yeah, after mining a lot for stone, I decided to go back up to the surface. And after that, when I came back up from the surface, I decided to create some stone tools, They're very useful. But then after that, I just decided to, kill some animals. And, chop some trees. I did a lot of shit on day one. And, a lot of this shit, was mainly just preparing for, what you do on the first night of Minecraft. As you can see, I'm preparing building my house here. You'll be able to see it at some point, and as you can see, a lot of quick cuts here, collecting sand, and also found some sugarcane as well, and decided to kill animals again, because, sheep drop wool, and, I needed that wool for beds, It was a very productive day one. As you can see, I ended it off by sleeping. Day two, I decided to, continue work on my house, and, decided to destroy some bits in my house so that, I could place stairs for windows. And I also forgot, to, have that marker for day two. But as you can see, still continue to build, on day two. And yeah, I decided to continue the thing with the upside down stairs, and I think it all looks pretty nice, And yeah, it should look pretty nice when I'm done with it, because I like to have room for a lot of improvement. And as you can see, no stairs, just a simple ladder to get up to the second floor, and also found some coal, which would be good for torches. I think it'll all be good. And yeah, decided to dye my bed red, decided to collect more sand, I did a lot of shit, And even better, I found my first piece of iron, I think it was just one piece though. But I also found some coal, which was nice, and decided to smelt the sand in the furnace and continue working on my house, Yeah, still very, very productive. Day three was more similar to day two, just working on the house, but this time working on the roof, And, decided to do this weird design, which you'll see in a minute, It includes basically glass panes for the walls where, they're also the windows. And, should look alright, but yeah, as well as doing that, I also decided to put, torches on the outside of my house. And also start working on mine, a strip mine. And, this to get cobblestone for the roof and, just other resources like iron, as you can see here. Very lucky if I do say so myself. And, just continue to mine, basically, for the rest of the day. Except at one point I decided to put torches on my, basically, soon-to-be staircase, very productive. And on day four, as you can see, decided to deposit some of my items. And, continue working on the roof, Hopefully at some point it'll look good. I'm hoping so, really, yeah. Decided to get rid of that awkward piece of glass on the top there. And also decided to create a bucket, And as well as a bucket, also decided to grab some wood, And this wood I'd use to create some sticks. And these sticks used to create an iron pickaxe, which would be good for mining, ores which you can only mine with an iron pickaxe. And yeah. And the rest of the day four, basically worked on the house. Basically finished off the roof. And now the house is completely done, And, after that, I decided to, dig out the grass floor and replace it with polished diorite and granite. And decided to create an iron axe for something. And that something, on day 5, is basically chopping down trees. Even though I'm using my stone axe right now, I eventually switched to the iron axe when my stone axe decided to break. But yeah, this is pretty much all I did on day 5. Just chop down trees, Not much else, As you can see here, there's also a beehive, which I'll make use for, at some point, But yeah. Rest of day 5 just chopping down trees. And start of day 6 was just more of the same. Decided to just continue to chop down trees and my iron axe broke at one point. But got some food from the sheep I killed. And also decided to go mining again, Still very productive. And still don't have staircases on my mine. But now, think, should try and sleep at least. Out in the rain though, Day 7, after putting my bed back, I spotted a wandering trader and killed his llamas. This for leather and leads, which, I would desperately need. well, not desperately, but also, you know, the one trader decided to sell melon seeds and for some reason didn't decide to capture him. But one thing I finally decided to do on this day was put, you know, cobblestone stairs in my mine. This so it's easier to get back up and down. And also use some of the cobblestone I got from the mine to also, you know, create cobblestone walls. This is for a crop farm, you know. That would be very nice. And also decided to create extra headroom for, you know, walking up and down the mine so I didn't always bang my head, you know, could get a real bad headache doing that. But yeah, I also decided to light up the cobblestone walls for the crop farm, you know. Yeah, you know, can't have any mobs spawning near these. And yeah, also after that, I decided to create just random spaces within the crop farm. This is where I place my water so that the crops will be hydrated, you know, and so that they'll also grow quicker, you know. And, you know, decided to do that, you know, fill in the spots with water, you know, which I got from this lake. But yeah, also after that, decided to, you know, actually till the ground so I actually, you know, plant wheat seeds on them. And yeah, I also decided to work on another project, you know, and you'll see what it is in a minute. And basically, yeah, it's just, you know, mini mine for, you know, digging, you know, so I can actually track the days, you know. On day 8, as you can see, decided to start digging down. And, you know, basically, this is just so that since I don't have a clock yet, I can properly track the days whilst technically mining, you know, something to do. So that, you know, I can actually properly, you know, like not lose the days that often. I can, you know, actually say what day I'm on and, you know, it can actually all work out, you know. And yeah, this project I do work on for a few days, you know. And I think I actually get some good resources from this, so yeah, it worked out. And as you can see, into the stone layer now, you know, where I'm mining with a pickaxe instead of a shovel. And yeah, as you can see, did that for basically the rest of day 8, you know, as it's sunset now. Time to go to sleep. Day 9, I decided to continue work on mining, you know. Yeah, but that's basically it. I didn't really do much else, I just kind of mined for the rest of day 9, you know. I found some iron though, which was nice, you know. Ignore that Enderman, he won't attack me as long as I don't attack him or look at him. However, on day 10, you know, you could say it was a more exciting day because I started to work on an underground storage room, you know. I mainly kind of do this same design where it's kind of a tunnel and there's just like a row of chests on both sides, you know. And yeah, you know, it's very simple, you know, simple design. As you can see, I also decided to dig out the floor because I'm going to have like a nice flooring for this, you know. And also, you know, some lighting with torches, you know, it's all going to look very nice, you know, very simple, very nice, but effective. Day 11, I decided to add polished andesite stairs as, you know, an entrance to my, you know, storage room. I think, you know, it looks nice. I say that a lot, don't I? And yeah, after putting in polished andesite floor, I decided to actually add in the chest so I can actually store shit in here, you know. And then after that, I found another wandering trader and killed his llamas. And also, we trained mangrove propagule. You know, didn't decide to capture him though. I probably should have, because, you know, I actually want to use mangrove wood, but, you know, for some reason I didn't, you know, because I have no emeralds. And yeah, I decided to actually, you know, sort out shit, you know, my storage and actually, you know, organise shit. That was kind of the main purpose of this room, you know, to have everything organised. And yeah, late that day, I decided to mine for the rest of the day in this big mine, you know, and then once I was finished, I decided to go back to the surface. And, you know, day 12, you know, was just continued mining. Yeah, not much. And yeah, later that day, I decided to actually farm, you know, to add in more variety, you know. Yeah, not much else to say there. And also, speaking of variety, decided to dig up sand. And also start work on, you know, a sugarcane farm, you know, because, you know, might need it. Also, pumpkin farm, because at one point, I found pumpkin, you know. But yeah, as you can see, digging out the, you know, dirt, you know, placing in the sand, you know. And yeah, this was basically what I did for most of day 13, you know, just sorting out farms, you know. That's basically what I did, you know. And of course, like the wheat farm, you know, which should soon be carrot and potato farm as well, you know, might need some water, but unlike that last farm, this actually needs water to actually be placed. And, you know, this, you know, pumpkin farm doesn't need water, you know, necessarily, but, you know, still, like with the wheat farm, needs water to necessarily be hydrated. As, you know, I till the, you know, ground here, you know, I'll be able to plant pumpkin seeds, and, you know, yeah, they should grow fast. And, yeah, after that, I decided to plant the sugarcane, you know. After that, another thing I decided to do was basically add a polished andesite pathway basically around, you know, my entire base, you know. Just so, yeah, looks a lot nicer, and, yeah, I think looks nice, yeah. And yeah, as well, to make it look even nicer, I decided to actually, you know, implement it into the land and not make, you know, the pathway all on one wide level. This is so, you know, yeah, it's not a flat world, you know, yeah. Just decided to add more, you know, depth, I guess, and yeah, as you can see, decided to light up, you know, the pathway. I think it looks nice. And yeah, also decided to continue it right next to my crop farms, you know. And yeah, should be done. As you can see here, decided to craft more because I was running out. You know, I still had the andesite though. And yeah, just these, you know, last few spots and it should be done. you know. Day 14, first thing I did was place, a campfire underneath my bee nest. And then, for the rest of the day, I pretty much just mined, Though, at some point I managed to get into the deep slate layer, so, that's kind of a changer, And day 15, pretty much all day I just mined, And, the fact that I'm now getting into deep slate layer means it's a lot slower, but still, I found some diamonds, which was very, very nice. And how many were there? Let's see, I mined one there, mined a bit around it to see if there was another one. Was there another one? First I thought there wasn't, but there was a second one. So, yeah, I guess at least it's 2 diamonds. And I also found some gold, in this cave which I found whilst mining. This would be good for a clock. But yeah, decided to go back to the surface once I was done. Day 16, I created some shears, and that was to shear the honey from the bee nest, And then I just continued to mine. Yeah, not much else on this day. That's basically it. Day 17, I decided to kill the zombie which was right outside my house, and he dropped a carrot. Oh, that's gotta be nice. And yeah, decided to add it to my crop farm, and also decided to expand the wall so there's more room for planting carrots, Might need it. Well, I don't necessarily need it, but I guess more space, is always nicer, I say to myself, there's always room for improvement, And yeah, decided to till that ground and, dig up some spots for, hydration, and yeah, that'll be nice for planting carrots. And yeah, of course, after that, I decided to just continue mining for the rest of the day. And on day 18, of course, decided to shear more from the bee nest, And then I just farmed some sugarcane, Yeah, after that, I also managed to get a cow. For now, just go put him in my house because I don't have a pen for him. And yeah, given that, I need to actually, create more flatter land so that I can actually create, animal pens to actually store my animals in, And yeah, that seems very flat enough. And yeah, so now that it's flat enough, I decided to actually place down some fences so that I can actually store my animals in, Well, just my one cow now, I'll get more animals at some point. But yeah, as you can see, decided to get the cow in, And yeah, finished that off, And yeah, also got a pumpkin, Yeah, I'm doing a lot, on day 18, Yeah, and I also decided to get the cow which was in my house. That cow I got in there actually wasn't the same cow which I got in my house. But yeah, after breeding them, I think it's done, Well, not done in that sense, still had to get more animals in, like this chicken, And of course more animals. But before I do that, I decided to flatten the ground, I don't know why I did, I just did. And yeah, I think this is pretty much what I did for day 18, and this is going to be a consistent theme throughout the rest of the 100 days, just to make everything flatter. No reason for this, I just did. And yeah, as you see, day 19, really just more of the same shit. Really just flatten out ground. And also decided to dig out some ground, and this was basically for, the pathways, Of course, as you can see right now, not building the pathways, I'm still just flattening out ground, Because, yeah, I just like things to be flat, But as you can see now, I'm actually working on the pathways, polished andesite pathway around my, animal pens. And also, once I was done with that, I decided to, light it up so no mobs would spawn. And also decided to extend this part, Didn't think to extend this part just because, yeah, it was around the back, but just decided to do it so it's consistent anyways. And also decided to dig up sand, Don't remember why, I just did. And yeah, all of day 20, literally all of day 20, all I remember doing was just flattening out ground, I remember doing something else, I think. I don't know what it was other than the kind of shite I did before. But yeah, most of day 20 was just flattening out ground, I'm a fifth of the way through and I'm still just doing this kind of shite, I need to get better armor and tools, Day 21, don't really remember much of this day at first, but I decided to just, dig out the stone and replace it with dirt, And that is some nice flat ground, But yeah, one thing I decided to do was capture a fish. It's for another project, So yeah, basically what I'm planning to do is basically build, sort of a mini aquarium, which I started on day 22, And yeah, basically, for starters, I'm just replacing most of the dirt, I dug up with sand. This is for the floor of the aquarium. And yeah, also decided to dig around it, of course, for the polished andesite pathway. And then after that, just decided to add in the glass, so that the fish don't swim out. And yeah, as you can see, my salmon's loving it, so far at least, Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, who knows. But yeah, decided to actually add in more water so that the salmon can actually properly swim around and isn't just flopping everywhere on day 23. And yeah, completely unrelated to the project, but I managed to get a pig, and also some sheep, I'm finishing off my animal pen at some point, And also, whilst bringing them back, I got a cod, But yeah, got sheep, got cows, got chickens, all nice. And yeah, also decided to actually finish this aquarium project. And yeah, I say finish, not completely finish, just finish the glass. I need more water, you know. And yeah, I had this staircase as well. On day 24, as you can see, I added in, you know, seagrass and a bit of coral, you know. And also decided to tear down this staircase. It was kind of temporary, you know. Was something like that, but not, you know, made out of that. So I decided to add in sandstone, you know, think it looks nice, fits in with the aesthetic of the aquarium, you know. And yeah, decided to add an underside to it so that, you know, looks a lot nicer. And yeah, finally decided to get a second pig, you know. Alright, that should be all the animals complete, you know. Got 2 of each, I think. Well, except for the chicken, but we won't talk about that. Yeah. Alright, but, you know, here we have the second chicken. I don't know why I said we don't talk about that. Talking about it right now, you know, we got 2 chickens. On day 25, quarter of the way through, decided to add in another salmon fish, you know. And yeah, later that day I decided to chop down some trees as well, but this time it was spruce trees, you know. And this was mainly because, you know, I needed, you know, spruce saplings, and these spruce saplings, you know, are basically be able to grow into a big tree, you know. They provide a lot of wood. As you can see, I'm desperately trying to get, you know, some saplings with an iron hoe. But yeah, managed to get a decent amount of saplings, 32 should cut it. And yeah, another salmon, you know, very nice, you know. Always nice when there's more variety, not really. But yeah, after this, as you can see, decided to set up the, you know, big spruce tree farm. This so I can get a lot of spruce wood, which, you know, might need for trading with villagers, you know. Yeah, day 26, I was pretty much AFK, at least for the first few minutes. And then I decided to go mining, you know, in this, you know, project which I've still not finished. But, you know, it's good, you know, passes the time. And yeah, basically, that's kind of the same on day 27, you know. I really do need a clock. I really need the resources for this, you know. Yeah, as you can see, on day 28, I managed to also, you know, hit bedrock, you know. I've dug this far, I'm actually done now. And yeah, also decided to smelt some charcoal for some torches. This was because at one point whilst digging that, you know, hole, I managed to find, you know, a cave and had some redstone. But yeah, I think I'm done now. Finally time to go out, you know. And I also decided to mine some copper, you know, for something else. You'll see in a minute. And this was basically to oxidize a bunch of copper blocks for, you know, a trophy. This is to prove that I don't cheat in this world. Like, ever. I'm not cheating, you know. I am going to get this trophy, and you'll see. But yeah, before I do that, you know, kind of have to wait for the copper to oxidize. So, not really much on day 30, you know. But yeah, on this day, I decided to finally create a clock. This would be useful for tracking the days. And yeah, decided to go back in the strip mine because I actually know when it's going to be the next day. And as you can see, came to surface on day 31, chopped down the tree. And also, one more copper was oxidized, so decided to mine it. One of the coppers I needed. And yeah, also decided to dig down more into my strip mine into the deep slate layer, you know. But yeah, had some problems. There was a lot of water caves which I ran into, you know. Yeah, this might be difficult. But yeah, day 32, decided to strip mine into deep slate instead of digging in that hole, you know. Actually strip mine. But yeah, I also at one point found a few caves, you know. Not going to explore these though. Just decided to go back to the surface because it was close to night and I decided to sleep. But yeah, once I finally got down to negative 54, you know, Y level, you know, there was lava here. This means once I find enough diamonds to create a pickaxe, I can mine the obsidian and go to the Nether. And what do you know? I actually found some, you know. They were hard to get though because they were right above lava, you know. But yeah, on day 34 still, you know, I decided to create a diamond pickaxe, you know, and I decided to mine that obsidian, you know. Yeah, I think, you know, this will be nice, you know. Yeah, but after that, I decided to, you know, see that my copper was, you know, oxidized and I decided to mine it. I don't see how I can see to decide, but yeah, as you can see, decided to create my nether portal afterwards. And after that, decided to go to the nether and instantly go back. But on day 35, I went back in, you know, and yeah, there were ghasts everywhere. But yeah, where I mainly went in to create blackstone and, you know, mainly, you know, mine these, you know, bone blocks. I didn't create blackstone, but I still did mine it. And yeah, probably never go back there again for a while. Also decided to dye more of my sheep's white, so they're both white now. Of course, more mining of the oxidized copper, you know. And also more crop farming. Yeah, did a lot in these past few days, you know. I need to stop doing these commentaries in one breath. Yeah, as you can see, also mining the carrots. And day 36, I don't think I really did anything, you know. I mean, I dug some sand, but really, I didn't do shit. But, and yeah, you know, really, I didn't do anything. But day 37, yeah, didn't do anything. Not first though, as you can see, mined more of the oxidized copper blocks, and I also went back to mining with my new diamond pickaxe. And yeah, I think this is pretty much what I did until I found some skulk. this is nice, you know. These have a lot of XP. For some reason I didn't mind them though. I kind of need that XP. But I also found some diamonds, which is always nice. And also actually slept within the mines. So now it's day 38 and I'm still continuing to mine, you know. And yeah, day 38 I also found this skull shrieker, you know. Wouldn't be wise to set it off, so yeah, decided to break it. I also found this mob spawner, you know. Yeah, this could be nice, at least be able to collect, most of the resources here, like name tag and shite. I also decided to sleep in the mines again. So now it's day 39 and I'm actually going back, you know. Yeah, the wise decision. And day 39 I'm also back in the Nether and deciding to trade piglins. Didn't really get that much though, so yeah, wasn't really worth it. But on day 40 I'm also digging out your space, and this is going to be for my enchanting room. Decided to put in polished blackstone brick for the floor because I think it looks nice, you know. And day 41 I decided to go on a killing spree and kill animals, you know. I don't know why, I just did. And also on day 42 I was still far from home, you know, brought my bed with me, but I also found some bamboo in this jungle. And also found, this azalea tree. I'm not exploring the lush case, but I'm still going to get, the wood from this, and also, destroy the azalea leaves, so I actually get azaleas so I can grow, my own azalea trees. Which, I think are nice. And yeah, you see in the village, you see in the distance there, there's a village, Yeah. And as you can see here, I'm deciding to create a melon farm. Where did I get melons from? Well, from the jungle, which was the same place I got the bamboo. And yeah, it's basically the same design as the pumpkin farm. And after that, on day 44, I decided to enchant my diamond sword, which I created, and oh, that's not good. But yeah, I decided to hang my old iron sword right above my bed, piece of history. And yeah, I decided to go to that village which I found in the distance, this is alright. And as you can see, there's a village in the distance, 2 villages, that's nice. Yeah, decided to trap the villagers in their houses. And yeah, also decided to grab some potatoes from here, I also found another mob spawner, not too much like the same, there's a golden apple in there, I can craft them. But here, there's an enchanted golden apple, oh, that's nice. Also some beetroot seeds. And yeah, decided to sleep within the village. Day 45, I decided to turn this villager into Fletcher, or at least that's what I thought I would do. For some reason, he didn't want the job, And also, yeah, I didn't show it on screen, but yeah, a crew kind of blew up a bit of this. But still, this other villager, which I found in the village, he decided to become a Fletcher, And that's nice because I can trade sticks with him, which is exactly what I did. How I got this many sticks? Well, the giant spruce tree kind of helped. And yeah, because of the beetroot seeds and the potatoes, I decided to expand my crop farm, on the rest of day 45 when I got home, I think it would be very good. And yeah, this is probably the last time I'm going to ever expand, my crop farm. Yeah, I'm just going to till the rest of the ground and plant potatoes and beetroots. Yeah, not much else, just deciding to farm and, this farm's basically finished now. I'm just growing more crops and planting more crops, that's basically it. But yeah, this is as big as it's going to get now. And on day 46 I found a wooden trader, and now that I have emeralds I decided to actually buy a mangrove propagule from him. Didn't buy the nautilus shells though, didn't find any use for a conduit right now, and I don't even have a heart of the sea, so yeah, decided that's all I'm going to buy from him. But yeah, also later, I decided to level up my toolsmith, I'm hoping to buy diamond pickaxes from him, And I was able to level up high enough to be able to buy shovels from him. Can't do that right now. But now I can, since I have enough emeralds. Hopefully at some point I can buy diamond pickaxes from him. Day 47, decided to try and bone meal this mangrove propagule. I really like the mangrove wood. And I also decided to bone meal some bamboo. Might need that for some scaffolding, But yeah, other than that it's just a decoration for me. But yeah, I still used it for some scaffolding, and that's to get to the top of this mangrove tree so I can actually mine it from the top. Why mine it from the top? Well, basically these stems, they're kind of a pain in the arse, and it's kind of hard to try and chop it down with that. But yeah, after getting some of the mangrove wood from that mangrove tree, I decided to remove the old floor and replace it with these mangrove planks, which, they do look very nice. And I also decided to, place some mangrove leaves right outside my house. I had shears, so I was able to get them, yeah. Just these small decorations are what makes everything nice. And I also decided to enchant a diamond axe because, I had enough for it. I couldn't buy it from a toolsmith. That's still a bad enchantment. But yeah, on day 49, I think this is the day where I was basically able to level up my toolsmith to master. Can now buy diamond pickaxes from him. Well, I would if, I was able to have enough emeralds, but for now, I'm just working on my farms. Right now, I'm trying to grow all my melon seeds to max so they all produce melons. Day 50, I'm now halfway there. Didn't do much on this day, though. But yeah, on the next day, day 51, decided to trade more, but at the other village, And yeah, as you can see, managed to get another Fletcher. This would be nice. They'll still have to walk back and forth between villages. And some villagers, they just won't go in their houses, so I just decided to create this small home for them. I don't know why, I just did. But yeah, decided to trade more on day 52 as well, and managed to finally get a diamond pickaxe, from my original toolsmith. This will be very, very nice. Also decided to re-enchant this pickaxe and see what enchantments I get, and let's see. Oh, that is nice. Finally a good enchantment. On day 53 I decided to mine with my brand new Silk Touch Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4 pickaxe. And this was mainly so I could get stone to trade with any stonemason villagers, which I managed to get, And day 54 I decided to put all those Silk Touch ores in the chest. And on day 55 I just decided to trade with villagers again, And also managed to get another pickaxe, I'll tell you what this for is in a minute, And yeah, basically to re-enchant it, and I got fortune, which is nice. Got a fortune and efficiency, Silk Touch pickaxe, And yeah, use this fortune pickaxe to, mine, the ores which are Silk Touched, And yeah, after that I decided to get the last, oxidized copper. And this was mainly for, an achievement to prove that I don't cheat in this world, and I'm never going to cheat even after this. Basically, this is so that I apply, wax, honeycomb to like all different types of copper blocks, and then, I use an axe to basically scrape it off, And, never got this achievement on PlayStation, but, here is where I get it. And, as you can see, managed to get it. So this proves I never cheated in this world. But yeah, on day 57, decided to get a stonemason villager, and this to trade a lot of stone with. And the next day, day 58, decided to enchant a shovel. Efficiency 4, that's nice. And day 59, decided to get an armor, and level it up enough so that I could buy diamond armor from him, And yeah, decided to continue to level up so I could buy 2 pieces of armor from him. Just need another, armor so I can buy the other 2 pieces so that I can get full diamond armor, which, is definitely going to help me for things like killing the ender dragon. Though, I'm not going to kill the ender dragon within these 100 days, probably do that within 200 days, maybe at the end, But yeah, for now, I'm just going to do shit like, flattening out the ground again on day 60. And there's no real reason for me to do this, but I guess, digging, the grass with the efficiency 4 shovel was nice. And yeah, that is some nice flat ground. Could do a project up here. I don't know what, but eventually I do decide what to do, which you'll see later in this video, And yeah, after that on day 61, I got another armor, which I tried to level up so I can buy the other 2 pieces of diamond armor from him. Which, I ended up managing to do, at least for the boots. At some point I'll get a chest plate, But for now, I decided to re-enchant, disenchant first, and then re-enchant my diamond helmet. Not the best though, moreover I've got regular protection. But yeah, on day 63, I managed to get enough emeralds to buy a diamond chest plate from him, Very, very nice. And yeah, day 64, decided to go back in the mine. Not much else here, Day 65, I decided to re-enchant my helmet again and got protection 3 and respiration 3. That's a lot better than just blast protection. And yeah, day 66, I decided to trade sticks again, And day 67, decided to re-enchant my boots and got protection 4 and breaking 3. This is probably the best I could have ever gotten on armor, Day 68, I decided to go dig up gravel. This was basically for a future project, And yeah, not only gravel, sand and other resources which I collected off camera, but it doesn't matter because at some point you'll see the build. Yeah, also involved me killing squids. This was so that it would be for black concrete, But now it's day 69 and I'm building a 69, Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. Yeah, for day 69, because 69, funny number, I just decided to build a 69. And yeah, this 69 is going to be permanent, It's never going to be destroyed, and I decided to make it out of white wool because, that's what happens when you're 6'9". And 6'9" was also wet, and there was also still a lot of white stuff. Okay, I've got to stop, it's not even really that funny, Yeah. But, later that day, I also decided to work on the project, and that project was basically building, a massive PS5, Yeah, and also, killing them squids, this is what this was for, basically to do the black part of the PS5, And, for those who are wondering how I got all this white, concrete, basically, like in the Nether, as you can see here when I'm mining quartz on day 71, basically, all them bone blocks which are in the soil sand belly, they produce bone meal. But yeah, on day 72, I also had to, dig up more sand for concrete, as well as more gravel for concrete, Finally found a use of sand and gravel over them pathways and glass. But yeah, day 73, continuing more on the project. This project kind of took a few days, but not as nearly as big as the next project I do after this. But yeah, as you can see, it literally just continued into day 74. Not much else to really say. But day 75, I'm now a quarter of the way through. Yeah, not much else to celebrate here. But on the next day's day 76, you know, decided to continue work, you know, on the project. I've said this so many times, you know, project. But yeah, day 77, I'm working more on the black parts of this, you know. I've done a lot of the white. I think I've actually finished the white now. So yeah, just got to finish the black parts and it should be done. But yeah, just do these final few bits of the PS5 and, you know, I think this is done. And yeah, I think, you know, that looks very, very nice, you know. But yeah, day 78, I decided to start work on a new project. This is basically going to be a railway track, you know, all the way to the village. And as you can see here, got redstone blocks, you know, going up where the power rails will be. And you know, on day 79, decided to actually go up. This is so it would go right above the mountain, so, you know, didn't have any weird things about digging, you know. And yeah, managed to finally get here. Though it's not done, still got to do the deep slate bricks around the stone bricks, so, you know, I can actually finish it and it's not just one wide, because, you know, imagine if I get out of the minecart and accidentally fall off. Don't want that happening. And yeah, day 80, I decided to put some rails in it, some powered rails, and eventually decided to put on regular rails, because I'm not going to do it in the entire one which is just powered rails. Don't have that much redstone and gold. So as you can see here, what I'm deciding to do is every 8 blocks I'm going to place a redstone block, or at least leave a gap if I don't have the redstone, and that is where I will place a powered rail, you know. But the rest of the blocks, I'll place regular rails. And day 81, yeah, I died, you know. But I still managed to get my stuff. And this is the thing, in these 100 days in this series, I'm allowed to die. This isn't hardcore, you know. But yeah, on day 81 for the rest of the day, after getting my stuff back, decided to put walls on this, you know, even if it's the night I'm raining. And yeah, still continue to do that on day 82. Yeah, I should really stop talking so fast. But yeah, on day 82, pretty much finished all the walls, you know. All I need to do now is fill in them gaps with redstone blocks and then put powered rails on them. Then I should be done. And yeah, to do that, I need to actually get the redstone and the gold, you know, from mining, you know. Either in the overworld and also I think in the Nether as well. But yeah, this was all worth it because I found some diamonds as well as redstone and gold, you know. And yeah, used some of the redstone I got from the mining to actually fill in them gaps which I'd soon place power rails on, you know. Yeah, the reason I'm using redstone blocks on power rails is so they'd be activated. And yeah, that is exactly what I do, you know. I managed to place powered rails, you know, on them redstone blocks because I got some gold as well. And yeah, after that, on day 85, I still continue to mine because I still need more resources, you know, such as redstone and gold. Yeah, you should know this by now. As you can see, day 86, decided to place more, you know. Not finished though, still need a bit more redstone, you know. Yeah. And on day 87, I managed to actually finish this, you know. There is one thing I forgot though. I don't need to have redstone block on that last one, you know. This is because the button will activate the power rail anyways. But yeah, on day 87, I still went mining, you know, in the Nether though. As well as some gold and some nether quartz. Also managed to find some ancient debris. That's always nice. And yeah, you know, decided to mine the ores like how I did with the silk touch ores on one day. I can't remember which day it was. I think day 56 or something. And yeah, managed to get the resources. And yeah, on day 88 as well, decided to put in more powered rails, you know, to continue working on this project. And day 89, managed to go back into the Nether and actually found a nether fortress, you know. That's always nice. Yeah. And yeah, this was because it had some nether wart, you know, so there was some annoying wither skeletons, but, you know, knowing me, I managed to take care of it. Also notice I'm wearing diamond armor. And yeah, these were also easy to take care of because they're basically 2.5 or 3 blocks high. And I managed to get a wither skull, that's nice, you know. And yeah, it's now day 90. I think half of, you know, the time was in the Nether was also half a day 90, you know, because it's kind of in the middle of the day now. You know, when you're in the Nether, it's kind of hard to track days, so yeah, at times it can be kind of weird, but you know, it also is just like, yeah, you know, it's still day 90, you didn't miss a day. And yeah, day 91, I decided to make space, you know, decided to dig out space, basically, for a broom room. Though I don't really show this, you know. I do show, you know, me creating a bit of a nether wart farm, you know, with the soul sand and nether wart which I got from the Nether, you know. This is the only way to get awkward potions, you know. And yeah, some potions might need that. And yeah, decided to put a chest in here to put a lot of brewing shit in here, you know. That's basically what I did on day 92, you know. And you know, also on day 92, yeah, as usual, you know, placing more powered rails on them, you know, redstone blocks, you know. And yeah, as I said before, you know, going to replace that with stone bricks because, you know, it will be activated by the button anyways. So, yeah, I think it's now also complete. So now I'm just going to farm, you know. That's all I did on day 93. And day 94, I don't need to go mining, but I just decided to go mining anyways to pass the time. And my pickaxe broke. Jesus. But yeah, tried to get another one, you know, another silk touch pickaxe. Got an unfortunate pickaxe. I can combine this with my old pickaxe, but not silk touch, you know. But yeah, I decided to do that anyways because, you know, now it's fortune 3 and efficiency 5. Just needs netherite on it and also mending. And you know, from the ancient debris I mined in the Nether, managed to create it, you know, as netherite. No mending though. But yeah, after that I decided to farm some sugarcane, you know. Yeah, that's what I did on day 96. As well as, destroy pumpkins and, destroy melons as well. Yeah, I don't know why I'm showing this. You should know this by now. This is what I do. And yeah, also I did to show me, chopping down the trees. I mean, I guess I need to show it, Like, I need to prove that I didn't cheat. I mean, I did before, but still, yeah. And the rest of day 96, I just AFK'd. Yeah, there was more AFC since it's a controller. And that was more day 97. Like, really, this is all I did. Last few days, I've got to do something, but, apparently I didn't, But on day 98, I decided to upgrade my boots to netherite. Upgrade was probably the right word I should have used for my pickaxe as well. Just need mending on both pieces of netherite. And yeah, on day 99, I also decided to, change up my roof a bit. Decided to add some overhangs, You'll see why in a sec. This was so I could add some hanging lanterns, 4 chains in the lantern, I think it looks nice. And now it's day 100, I spent 100 days in hardcore. Well, not hardcore, but it's on hard. I decided to get some, screenshots, and yeah, I think it would look nice. And yeah, also decided to, enchant a shovel. No reason for this, but I've now got Fortune and Silk Touch. And yeah, also, for the final thing I did, well, I think it was the final thing, decided to add some white candles right next to my bed. And also accidentally lit myself on fire. I don't know how I did that, but I accidentally did that. And yeah, I think at the end of this, I deserve a rest, But yeah, that's basically the end of the 100 days, This is probably the only video on my channel which I put like the most amount of effort into. So is the video, so far at least, as of the time I'm saying this is probably the video which I put the most effort into on my channel. So I really am hoping it performs well. If you're new to this channel, really hope you do subscribe, and I hope you like this video because, this took a while, this took a long time, this took like a month to like do all of this, so I really do appreciate the support. And hopefully at some point I can do 200 days. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.